everybody, there's an article here on Talkspace called Why Rejection Hurts and 3 Ways to Dust Yourself Off. Now, this is an interesting article. I have done a video previously about being rejected for jobs, but there's something I just want to clarify for a lot of people. I get a lot of emails about people that are rejected for jobs, and it seems that a lot of people don't understand what's actually going on here, okay? Now, as I mentioned before, when you get rejected from a job, chances are it's not because there's anything wrong with you. It's because the problem is that you're up against many other candidates that are qualified for the job. Okay, that is the reality of applying for jobs these days. It is not hard to find people that are technically qualified. And so a decision has to be made based on somewhat silly criteria. Obviously, you're going to look at people's soft skills. That's a big one. You know, how pleasant are they to deal with? What are their communication skills like? What kind of emotional intelligence do they have? What personality type they have? Things like this. I mean, that does matter, and that is a real thing. But beyond that, the criteria often comes down to very kind of arguably silly things. And I say this because I teach HR in a prominent university, so I can say this. I've worked with a lot of recruiters. Now, that's the reality of the situation. And it's a very error-prone process. It really is like rolling the dice, you know, when you see who gets selected and who doesn't. Beyond being technically qualified and beyond, you know, having basic soft skills, beyond that, it's really just a roll of the dice. And it says more about the employer than it does about the candidate in terms of who gets selected. So first of all, everybody should acknowledge this, okay? Now, this article talks about the science of rejection, you know, how there's physical pain, there's also emotional pain. And, you know, my personal attitude has been that you don't really have that much control over your emotions. So even if you know something with your brain, it doesn't really affect how you feel. You feel how you feel, and that's it. So the question becomes, what can we do to feel a little bit better about being rejected and not taking it quite so hard? Well, the bottom line is that applying for jobs is a numbers game, okay? The more you apply for, the more you will be interviewed, you know, all other things being equal, and the sooner you will get hired, all other things being equal. So the key is to immediately apply for more jobs and have more interviews lined up. That is the key. So if you get rejected for one job, in my experience, and from the experience of a lot of students that I've had that have told me about their experiences, the more interviews you have coming up generally tends to make you feel better and more optimistic about the whole job search situation. So if you get rejected for a job, just take it for what it is. It's more of random statistical chance than it is any kind of reflection upon your worth as a human being or your abilities or your qualifications or your employability. Okay? And instead, focus on the next thing. Okay? Apply for a lot of jobs, maintain the quality of your applications, and don't just use one method of applying for jobs, use several, okay? Also investigate the hidden job market, because that is where the majority of jobs are, not in the posted job market. They're in the hidden job market. And have a lot of things lined up. That is the key. You will feel better about things, and your hireability will go up, your period of unemployment will go down, and things will work out well. So hopefully that helps a little bit. If you have been rejected for a job, there's nothing I can say that would make you feel good, but hopefully this helps a little bit. Thank you very much for listening this long. You're awesome, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.